The Leman Russ Battle Tank is the mainstay of the Astra Militarum's armoured forces. It is an ironclad declaration of might, named after the Primarch of the Space Wolves, which strikes fear into the heart of the enemies of mankind as it rumbles along the battlefield. The formations of tanks advance as lumbering slabs of armour and have ground countless foes of the Imperium to dust. The rugged survivability and brute force of the Leman Russ more than makes up for its lack of speed on the field of battle. Most enemy fire simply ricochets from its thick armour plating like dust in the wind. Between its array of side sponsons, hull-mounted and turret weaponry, the Leman Russ carries enough firepower to flatten almost any opposition. The tank's simplistic and rugged design, coupled with its ease of manufacture upon the various forge worlds, ensures that the Imperium can field entire companies of Leman Russ tanks, burying the outnumbered foe beneath their immense armoured might. These tank companies have played a vital role in Imperial strategy throughout the history of the Astra Militarum, and have claimed countless victories in the name of the Emperor. Some armoured formations are so large that they may span miles in width to sweep the vast landscapes of the battlefield. However, it is common to see armoured companies operate in smaller squadrons, supporting infantry and artillery elements in the field. One of the more well-established and successful tank formations is known as the Emperor's Fist Tank Company. It is an armoured formation consisting of 3 squadrons of Leman Russ battle tanks, led by a tank commander. This formation acts as an anvil of strength that has punched holes through even the most heavily defended enemy fortifications. Even a single Leman Russ can lay down a daunting amount of firepower, while a whole squadron acts as a formidable destructive force. The mere presence of these war machines grinding forwards is enough to provide a considerable morale boost to nearby guardsmen as they face the horrors of war. The durable engine powering the Leman Russ has been adapted to run on a wide variety of fuel sources, further adding to the versatility of the tank. Although the top speed of the engine has been downrated in favour of reliability, some regiments, such as the swift and deadly Talon, have been known to make modifications to boost the speed of their tanks for ambush operations. The Leman Russ is deceptively nimble, despite its lumbering appearance, able to rapidly turn and change movement direction. These manoeuvres have allowed a few talented drivers to evade lethal anti-tank firepower that would have otherwise spelled their doom. To minimise the recoil from the powerful main turret weapon, each Leman Russ is fitted with specialised dampening technology designed to absorb the thudding percussion of the weapon's shots. This not only provides better stability, leading to increased shot accuracy, but also allows the tank to advance at a steady speed whilst maintaining its rate of fire. The standard template construct data for the Leman Russ was recovered by the Space Wolves chapter of Space Marines during the Great Crusade. It is thought that the original designs were developed long ago, during the Dark Age of technology. Upon receiving the designs, the Mechanicum on Mars chose to honour the Space Wolves by naming the newly discovered battle tank after their Primarch, Leman Russ. The adaptability of the Leman Russ allows them to be deployed in a variety of scenarios. Whether their purpose is to spearhead an all-out offensive, suppress an enemy ground assault, or defend the thundering guns of an artillery company, they excel at any role. The versatility of the Leman Russ tank allows it to replace its main turret weapon so that its configuration can be changed to suit its battlefield role. Each of these configurations has a different designation. All variants of the Leman Russ are equipped with a hull-mounted weapon, in addition to optional side sponsons armed with a range of weaponry to suit the role of the tank. In some cases, long-range fire support tanks often forego the sponson weapons, whilst close support tanks are commonly equipped with heavy flamers to repel enemy assaults. Dedicated anti-infantry configurations favour the high rate of fire and utility of heavy bolters, while plasma cannons, las cannons and multi-melters are equipped to variants from well-equipped regiments, focused at hunting down larger, heavily armoured targets. The standard Leman Russ Battle Tank is the most common configuration found in the Astra Militarum. Its rugged and proven design has held up over the millennia better than any other pattern, making it one of the most often requested by officers and tank commanders. The Leman Russ is equipped with the iconic, incredibly versatile battle cannon mounted on its turret. The battle cannon is capable of facing down almost any battlefield target. It can pound enemy armour to dust from long-range defensive deployments, or blast craters out of enemy infantry positions while supporting offensive engagements. The Leman Russ Exterminator is a commonly used variant of the standard design. It's capable of laying down a withering hail of fire with its twin-barreled autocannon. The autocannon shells are designed for shredding infantry and can also punch through lightly armoured vehicle chassis. Though shorter range than the fabled battle cannon design, the Leman Russ Exterminator is an incredibly versatile tank. It is most commonly used to suppress the advance of whole ranks of enemy infantry, preventing them from reaching the Astra Militarum's lines. No other battle tank possesses more raw stopping power than that of the Vanquisher. The Vanquisher is deployed by the commanders of the Astra Militarum whenever facing heavily armoured enemies. The long range and high first strike kill ratio of its main armament make it the anti-tank weapon of choice for most regiments. The Leman Russ Vanquisher is becoming increasingly rare as the skills and technology required for the construction of the Vanquisher pattern battle cannon were lost when the Forge World of Tigris was overrun. Due to this, each Leman Russ Vanquisher is a treasured machine and will usually be deployed in the rear of the battlefield, making use of its long-range cannon while being relatively protected from frontal assaults. The Eradicator pattern of Leman Russ specialises in siege warfare. Its Nova cannon fires devastating shells containing a subatomic core. Upon detonation, they produce a powerful shockwave, which can pulverise enemy bunkers, crushing the infantry sheltering within them. The Eradicator's design has been replicated on dozens of Forge Worlds and is utilised throughout the Imperium. Its main role is to support troop formations fighting in densely packed urban areas, where it makes efficient use of its mid-range cannon. The rumbling advance of the Leman Russ Demolisher is feared by many enemies of the Imperium, and for good reason. Its main armament consists of a mighty Demolisher cannon, which has allowed the Demolisher pattern tank to be highly proficient at the role of line breaking. Although the Demolisher cannon has a very short range, it delivers incredibly destructive shells, capable of threatening even Titans with its devastating power. The front armour of the Leman Russ Demolisher is often fitted with reinforced plating, allowing it to push through incoming enemy fire to close the gap between Imperial and enemy forces, so that it may bring the full fury of its Demolisher cannon to bear. The Leman Russ Punisher forgoes its anti-tank turret weaponry in favour of a large Gatling cannon. The Punisher is a dedicated anti-infantry vehicle, offering one of the highest rates of fire of any other weapon in the Astra Militarum armoury. It specialises in scything down infantry in vast quantities, using the simple principle of overwhelming firepower to slaughter its targets. Punishers often accompany other Leman Russ variants into battle, shielding them from being overrun by swaths of lesser creatures while they focus on dealing with the larger targets. The Punisher tanks are equipped with vast ammunition reserves, as the high rate of fire of its Gatling cannon, combined with the trigger-happy nature of its crew, can lead to the rapid depletion of ammo. The Leman Russ Executioner is one of the oldest variants still in use. They were once fielded in great numbers during the time of the Great Crusade, but over the millennia, like much of the advanced technology of the Imperium, the knowledge required for the construction of its plasma weaponry has been lost. The Executioner has become a rare relic, and is deployed in situations where its unique, powerful weaponry is absolutely necessary. The Executioner's large plasma cannon fires with the fury of a miniature sun, incinerating heavily armoured infantry and burning through even the thickest vehicle armour plating with ease. Due to the sheer intensity of the heat generated by this ancient weapon, the Executioner has been fitted with an emergency plasma venting system which rapidly disperses the heat from the weapon's core. Veteran tank commanders use this weapon with caution, and only give the order to fire when a clear line of sight on a critical target has been acquired. Some lesser known configurations of the Leman Russ include the Annihilator and the Conqueror. The Leman Russ Annihilator variant is quite rare, as it was produced in limited numbers. The main battle cannon is replaced with a twin-linked las cannon. The shell ammunition storage in the hull is replaced with additional power banks to ensure the main weapons are fully charged. Although poor at dealing with massed infantry, the concentrated firepower provided by the las cannons makes the Annihilator an exceptional tank hunter. Like the Annihilator, the Conqueror variant of Leman Russ is also rarely seen. It is armed with a Conqueror cannon, as opposed to the standard battle cannon. This cannon is an adapted version of the battle cannon, which exchanges the weapon's range for increased shell accuracy while on the move. In practical use, this trade-off was not commonly desired, as many Imperial commanders would much prefer to bombard enemies from a safer distance, and use other variants, such as the Demolisher, for closer ranged engagements. With its many common variants, the Leman Russ is a versatile and deadly tool in the arsenal of any Astra Militarum commander.